What do Muslims do when they pray?
They try to focus, and they have to know everything, and they have to make wudu.
Yeah, so they make wudu before or after?
Before.
Awesome. You're like, woman.
So what they do when they pray, so that when they pray, it's like you're having a private meeting with Allah. You can't see Him, but it gives you a lot of good deeds, and like you can just talk with Allah by reciting Quran and like saying du'ats.
Muslims do what they pray.
Yeah, what do they do?
They actually speak to Allah, and they're not supposed to get distracted. And they, not slippery. I think it's right.
Sajda.
Connect with Allah, like remember Allah.
Pray to Allah.
Yeah.
And they pray for other people to get better and make dua in their prayers.
They read Quran. They jump down.
So they move up and down?
They read Quran, which is Allah's words. They do as much as they can read, and they do a lot, and they learn how to pray when they're a kid.
Yeah.
And they know when you're about 8, you have to, and every other you have to.
Yeah. What do you do when you get distracted? Do you refocus?
Yeah. So I try to always try to be my best so that Allah can let it be have a lot of good deeds. And I really want to go to Jannah to the highest level, so I want to show that I'm responsible.
What are the different parts of prayer?
Oh, it's so simple because you do this like that, and then you even go on the down and do this one and this.
Yeah.
You have to get up, get down, and every time you do it the same, or I actually think every time you go closer to Maghrib or Isha or something, the prayers are smaller. Is that right?
Yeah, you have a Maghrib prayer is a little bit shorter than Asr.
Like you're saying Fajr is the longest?
Fajr's the shortest.
Fajr is the shortest?
Yeah, it's only 2 rakat, 2 up and downs.
And
then
okay, so when you go farther it gets longer? Or if you go farther it's shorter?
So your morning prayer is your shortest. And then your sort of sunset prayer is also kind of short. It's 3 instead of 4. Yeah.
So the night ones are not short at all?
Yeah, so the Maghrib prayer is 3. And then Isha, that means it's black as night outside. That's 4. That's 4 up and downs.
So I was saying Fajr is 1, and then the
2.
next one is 2.
So Fajr's 2, then Doher's 4, then Asr's 4, then Maghrib's 3, and then Isha is 4.
Got it.
Yeah.
You all made it very hard for me to remember because I feel like my brain has too many memories that exploded.
I know. You know what I do? What? I pray behind somebody, so I just follow what they're doing. So that they can think. They can think the hard stuff, and I can just relax into my prayer.
Yeah, I do that.
Because you get to talk to Allah.
Yeah? What is that like?
Like when you're saying when you're saying the stuff in prayer, it's like you're talking to Allah. So there's, I don't know what the standing up part is.
Okay.
And then you do a ruku.
Yeah, so that's sort of like you're bent over a bit.
And then you stand up again, but without your hands crossed. Mm-hmm. And then you go make sujood.
Yeah. And what does that look like? Oh, you don't have to show me, but like you can describe it.
Like you just bend down and your nose has to touch the ground,
Right.
but your elbows don't.
I mean, that's a pretty good description. Yeah.
There's like praying is like there's different parts like the like connecting with Allah. There's also the actions, how you do them, like if you do them like rushed or properly.
Record, and
Yeah.
there's one called sujood, and there's one called
And it's the standing part.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get you.
So the different parts of prayer, like let's say you do sujood, you say Subhan Rabbi al-A'la 3 times. But when you go down, when you're done reciting Surah Al-Fatiha in that short surah, you go down, say Allahu Akbar, and say Subhan Rabbi al-Azim. So each prayer of Salah is different.
Why do you think it's important to pray?
Honestly, I really don't know, but I can try to explain. Really.
Yeah.
I think it's when. I think Allah wants some company.
Because if you don't pray, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala won't like it.
So that we could go to Jannah.
Yeah. And what's Jannah for people who don't know?
It's like heaven.
Oh, nice.
Basically
Okay.
heaven.
It's one of the pillars of Islam, and it also reminds us to remember Allah. It also gives us a chance to make dua.
You can feel happy or grateful or something.
so that we know that Allah is talking to us, and we get good deeds.
It's really important because you are having a discussion with Allah and you really want to meet Allah, and it's important that you meet Allah, and it's important so that you can get good deeds.
Awesome.
What's your favorite sneaky animal?
Cats. They're lazy, they're crazy, they're funny. We have Jesse at home, and he's our home, you could say home therapist. When someone is actually stressed out, we start playing with the cat, and he always wait for us when we go to pray, because he knows after Salah, when we finish Salah, he comes and he starts playing with us. He usually the kids start scratching the carpet, and he starts jumping and hunting their arms and their hands and biting your fingers, and always we feel scratches in our hands because of that. It's funny.